All right, guys, we
Hey.
are live
Adding my
here.
lipstick. Can't start without that.
We are dropping in today real quick.
Impromptu.
Spur of the moment. Here we're just going to be talking about today how our team last month, for the month of August,
Awesome August.
we put together 9 deals. Actually, we had 10,
We did.
and one went backwards throughout the month because we found out that this lady stole a house from somebody. That's a whole other story. I was on the.
Did you ever even record that story someplace? That needs to be documented to share with other folks that it could happen to you. And
Yeah, I'll probably do a little series on just that. But how we found a seller that reached out to us who wanted to sell her house. Come to find out, she forged a whole bunch of stuff on an absentee owner, squatted in the house, and the owner didn't even know the property wasn't even his name anymore, and told us that he was dead. Like this whole elaborate story, guys. Like, wow. So that was the 10th deal that went backwards. So for the month of August, we have 9 deals, and we're grateful for that. So how did that happen, right? First of all, we have a team do it. Jenn and I cannot do all of that by ourselves. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of folks to talk to. We couldn't do a lot all alone. So it's getting the right team in place was crucial. Having key processes of everybody kind of sticking to their job, right? Rather, you're working for a big corporation, even something that's like McDonald's. Like if your job is to work the fryers and that's your one job is you're on the fryers, you're not going to be waiting on customers at the front, right? So you want to stick to your lane and everybody does their job well. Make sure those fries come out crispy with a lot of salt, right? No, but not too much. But either way, you stick to your job, no matter how big or how small it is. So systems in place was key. But the big one, marketing.
Yeah.
Lead gen, right? So this is where the one where I see a lot of folks have their biggest challenge is lead generation. And this is one of the things I would say we kind of cracked a really good code with. We did an interview today on a Ron LeGrand's podcast where we really broke down the stats of what our lead generation looks like and our cost per lead. And this gentleman's been doing it for 40 plus years. And he said, wow. So when you can impress a legend like that with your lead gen, it's pretty impressive. So I'm going to go over some numbers real quick. We spend $140 per day on online marketing. So times 7, that's $980 a week we spend. So last week we had 168 incoming warm leads. These are folks who are reaching out to us because they're seeing our advertising. And they're reaching out to us saying, I have a house that I want to sell that's not on the market. A couple of them fall through the cracks and they might be already listed, but most of them are off market. That breaks down to, for some of the tech people like myself that want to check the KPIs, that's $5.83 per lead. So $5, a little under $6 a lead for every incoming lead, guys. So these are some of the things that we look at as lead generation. So what are you doing for your lead generation? Ours is social media marketing. I know people are pulling lists and cold calling, sending mailers. There's the the ringless voicemail, text blasts. There's so many different ways to get a hold of sellers. What is your market, right? What is your special niche? The one thing I learned is don't have one single thing that works well. Have a few. But if you have something that's really dialed into what we do, we're really heavy into social media. So the process is once we get these incoming leads, what do we do with them? Right? So we have VAs who ask the questions through a script. We have our acquisition department who now gets all of the answers, and they're going to make heads or toes of what it is. And then they're going to kind of sort out those incoming leads to, getting them to a closing call with one of our closers, or is it something where they need to have in a follow-up sequence? Maybe the seller wasn't quite ready or some other things happen, right? So they kind of do traffic control. And then all the stuff in the middle, like we have our talks with today, are what we call our gray script, right? The folks who are kind of in the middle. What do we do with them? Are they going to follow to a no, or are they going to follow to a yes, get on a closing call? And part of our gray script is getting on the phone with them and explaining more about us, building more rapport, telling them some of the features and benefits of working with our team. And that's really what it is. Now, we specialize in creative finance deals. So we do a lot of seller finance, sub 2, wrap mortgages, lease purchases. So with our incoming leads, we could also do cash. We could also do creative finance where we're able to pay more, and there's advantages on both sides of it. So when we have our incoming leads, we have a little bit more flexibility than say a lot of average investors. And that's why we could do, quite a few deals off not spending a fortune in marketing. The next is your follow-up sequence, guys. What do you do with all the people who said no? What do you do with them, right? What's your follow-up? They all say the fortune is in the follow-up. You hear a lot of folks say that 70% of their deals come from their follow-up, and that's true. Most folks are going to say no the first time you talk to them, and really, it's only about 1 out of 75-ish, 1 out of 70 to 1 out of 80 turns into a deal. So really, what it is now, what do you do with the other 60-something people? Do you just pretend they never existed? Right. So we want to follow up with those folks because maybe over time their circumstances have changed and they're looking to sell. So we really have a great follow-up system. Automation is one of your best friends, and we really try to hit on that.
Mhm.
So those are some of the keys that made us have a great month last month. And hopefully we're going to have, what did you call September?
Stellar September.
So stellar September. Today's the first of the month. We are writing one deal already today. So we are off to a great start, getting a property in St. Pete, Florida. So super excited about that.
Mhm.
And, we want to make sure that we're here to help build value in your business, show you how you don't need to have a huge budget. You don't need to have a huge marketing team to do a handful of deals per month. If you want to even do your first deal, guys, you don't need to spend any money on marketing. And this is what we teach to our students, that you don't need money for marketing. You can get all the free leads you want on a series of different ways that we share with you guys, and to be able to make deals happen, right? And if you want to turn into a business and take it to a step further, then coaching may be something that you want to look into and getting more of a professional grade business, right? So we do that too. But either way, great month, great team effort with everybody, and looking forward to a
Stellar September.
stellar September. So guys, I hope you have a great September, a stellar September, and we'll see you soon. Bye.